one feels pretty heavy too. Oh gosh. A long time no see. Welcome back everybody and or anybody. Christian with Make Time for Fishing here. Sorry about the lack of uploads recently. My schedule's just gotten pretty busy. Had to travel for some family stuff recently as well, but all is good. I'm back. Let's get to fishing. I'm trying to get my groove back today, so I'm doing some sheepshead fishing, of course. Got a bucket full of mud crabs. I have a cast net if I want to get some shrimp or finger mullet later, maybe go for some reds, whatever else might bite. I only have my sheepshead rod with me, and I'm just gonna get to it. Hopefully I can get on some fish before this impending doom hits me. There's storms all in the area. It's a typical Charleston summer day. It's hot, but thankfully we just got off a storm, so it's surprisingly cool currently, but it's still very humid, so we'll see what happens. But let's get to fishing. I will be keeping today. Gonna try to give some sheepshead to some friends, but stay tuned and wish me luck. So I got something pretty cool today. I have a brand new reel that was sent to me by KastKing. They are not paying me for this video. They just sent this reel to me in hopes that I would give an honest review. This is the Royal Legend 2. It's a new series from them. It's a 3000 size. I have it spooled up a 20-pound braid. And yeah, I'm just gonna try to see if I can put it to the test. Off the bat, I like the colors. It looks pretty cool. And it's got a nice solid metal build to it and a nice little rubberized handle that feels nice. I've had some of those EVA foam handles before and past reels from KastKing, and I'm not the biggest fan of that, but this one feels a lot better. So let's see if it can get put to the test. I don't know any of the stats on it. They asked me if I'd like to give it a shot, and I said yes, and it showed up in the mail a couple days later. So I have about a 3-foot section of 20-pound fluorocarbon leader on, maybe 3.5. This is brand new line. I've never used this reel before. Then I have a 3/8 ounce sheep sticker jig from Bel-Air Jigs. Of course, as usual, I have my 6-foot medium heavy ugly stick GX2. Just start dropping down and see what we can find. It's an outgoing tide, so I'm on the back side of the piling here. Wow, he is all the way through there. I don't think I set my drag tight enough. Come on. Have to get him back through. I don't think I have a chance at passing my rod around. Might as well give it a shot. Of course, the first fish turns into a mess. That being said, it is a big sheepshead for the first fish. Oh man. Oh, he got into something there. I think that's a rope. Yeah, he's in a rope. There we go. Wow. That is a heck of a way to start the day. Wow. First fish is a solid keeper. First bait down, first fish, and it's a stud. This looks like a good 18. Gosh, this might be almost a 19. This is a big fish. Nah, I'm betting he's about 18 now that I get a better look at him out of the net. Got some waves coming my way. That's a nice little fish for the first one. Gave me a solid fight by getting all caught up in everything because I had my drag too loose, so he just took off on me. Thought he might have been a red for a second, but good starter fish. Nice solid 17.5 inch. Let's get him on ice. Okay, well that didn't take long, did it? That was a much better start than I anticipated. Let's get another mud crab on and see if we can get something similar to that. That was great. All right. Tighten my drag this time quite a bit. Oh, that was a big hit. Let's see if he comes back for it. Oh, I pulled it out of his mouth. The tiniest bit of legs left. Let's see if he'll hit that. Yep. Oh, this one's a little guy. Yeah, I don't think you're quite a keeper, buddy. Sorry. This is just a pit stop dock for me usually. Not as many fish on this one historically. Granted, I've only fished this stretch maybe 4 or 5 times. It's not like I'm an expert on the area. This one feels solid too. Oh. He popped off. The bite was pretty quick, so it gives me hope there's another one, or maybe several. See all this good growth under this dock here? This is like a breeding ground for sheepshead and the food they like to eat. Slash just a mixture of the stuff they like to eat. They eat soft corals too. Okay, I decided to switch over to a split shot rig. Just a single split shot on. It's almost slack tied, so I should be able to do this just fine. Tiny little guy. Totally demolished that big mud crab. Not quite the size I'm looking for here. Let's do a half of this crab. See if that works out. It should. And if so, it'll help my baits go a little bit further. This is a sheep, but this is definitely a small one. Well, not the smallest. You got it on the way down, I think. Probably, this guy's fat. He's been feeding well. Probably a nice little 12-incher or so. All right. Oh no, that's a little guy. Yeah. Let's get out of here. This dock stinks. Whew. Oh yeah. Might be getting some rain here soon. This wind is picking up to another level here. Although it feels nice because it's been pretty hot the last hour or so. All right, as a time update and a tide update, it is about dead low tide right now. Drop the split shot down. See if that'll help me hook up on more of these fish I was missing earlier on the jig. Oh, it's a little red. Tiny little puppy drum. Okay, it appears the current has just started to come in now, which means I might start getting on a bite again. I just stopped and got a few more mud crabs, probably about 8 or 10 more. So I probably have about 1.5 dozen, maybe 2 dozen mud crabs, so about that many baits. Right now I'm sort of swinging for the fences here. There's not much going on. Yeah, there's the slightest bit of eddy starting to form on this side, so I'd say the current has flipped over a little bit. I switched over to a sheep sticker jig. Don't want to miss any bites, and I feel like that's the way I'm the most aware of what's going on with my bait. I have a nice juicy mud crab on a 3/8 ounce sheep sticker jig in brown, and I'm just going to keep that on the bottom there and hope for the best. If I don't soon, I might have to head up past the bridge and explore a few docks over that way where I first launched. Alright, let's drop it right on the backside of this last piling. Hopefully it's not as snaggy as the rest of the dock. See if we can't find a few fish. Wow, that's a big toadfish. I snagged him too. Hopefully that wasn't what was just biting. But it probably was. Oh, didn't even feel that guy. That's too bad. That felt pretty big. That was a pretty ugly catch. $10, 11-inch guy, but hopefully that means the bite's starting back up. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, well, this is the second time in recent history that I hooked a big one and my camera died 2 seconds later. This thing really pulled some drag. This is probably the big one of the day. Which isn't saying a whole lot, but it's probably bigger than that first one I caught. Whew, man. Isn't that just some luck? But I'm still happy to have caught another good one for the cooler. Let's get a quick shot with him and see if we can do that again. That is a fatty. Jig's barely hanging in there. This guy's about 17.5 also, but he looks a lot thicker. I don't know. Either way, lots of fillets going in the cooler today. Let's get him in the cooler and get back in there. They're biting hard right now. I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did last time, which is, so I dropped down, started behind the pole over here, and they actually were hitting way back over here. Seems like they're sitting in the wash. There's a sandy bottom back there, and I think they're just hanging out, waiting for stuff to get pushed into their face like they should be. They were right about here. Oh yeah. Oh, that was another one. Wow. This one feels pretty heavy too. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. This one caught me off guard. Ooh. Okay. Wow. This one might be over 20. Alright, and this is where we find out how this reel works. Whew. Oh man. Whew. Oh. Wow. I don't think I need to keep that guy. This is a stud. Look at that guy. He's got mites on him. Ugh, poor guy. See if I can get those off him in a second, but that's a big fish. 19.5-inch sheep sticker jig. Let's get him back. He's lucky. Already got a couple of good fish, otherwise he might have been dinner. Also, so that sheep came about 3 minutes after I caught that last one that I kept. So that one was the big one of the day at 19.5. Pulled some good drag on this reel, let me tell you. Won't know for sure how durable this reel is until I get some big reds on it and put a few weeks or months on the kayak with it, but so far it's holding its own. Don't feel it flexing or anything. There's definitely some fish still biting. Okay. Wow, this guy is fighting way harder than I would expect. It's a good fish, but it's a keeper. But not a giant. Probably, I'll bet 14. Yeah, about 15. All right, buddy. You get to go too, but don't tell everybody down there what's going on. All right. All right, let's get another crab, and I still got a bunch of crabs. So I'll probably, unless the bite stops, just burn through them right here and call it a day. Started out very slow, but the last 20 minutes or so have definitely made up for whatever I was missing out on earlier. Oh gosh. Wow. This is another big one. Oh. Look at that guy. Oh. Oop. Nice, oop. Oh, well, there he goes. That was a quick release. I was gonna say probably nice 16, 17. Big old crab going down. It's a pretty good one too. Nice little, probably 15, 16 incher. Just get a quick release on him. All right, well, I am on my way in now. Had a good day, I have to say. It started out pretty rocky and slow. Well, actually, it started out really well in the first 5 minutes and then totally died off for probably an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, till that current started coming back in. Then I got on a nice bite for about 20, 30 minutes there that really made my day. Got a couple big ones, really got a chance to work that reel over a bit. So my initial impressions of the Royal Legend 2 from KastKing is the 3000 size again. It's a good reel. For the money especially, it's a great quality build. Only time will tell how well it holds up to salt water. In a kayak, you get splashed quite a bit, as does your equipment, so you know, it does have to be built right. But I'll update you guys down the road as to how well it's holding up. One day isn't gonna tell that, but the drag system worked well on that almost 20-inch sheepshead. I would have loved to have gotten some big redfish. I can only find a puppy drum or two in there, but they're around. I'll do a redfish video soon, but got a couple of good-sized sheepshead in the cooler, probably about 1.5 pounds of fillets. Gonna make dinner for myself and my friends this weekend. Glad to be back on the kayak making videos again. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video and you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. I try to post videos like this twice a week. Last few weeks have been a little hard, but gonna get back on top of it, I hope. Remember to make some time for fishing. Be safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.